Good morning everyone. Welcome again. Today we will discuss about sources of prejudice. So let's start with sources of prejudice. Social psychologists have shown that prejudice has one or more of the sources. So let's start with first one, learning. Like other attitudes, prejudices can also be learned through association, reward and punishment, observing others, group and cultural norms, and exposure to information that encourages prejudice. The family reference groups, personal experiences, and media may play a role in the learning of prejudice. See section of attitude formation and change. We have already discussed about attitude change and attitude formation. People who learn prejudice attitudes may develop a prejudice personality and show low adjusting capacity, anxiety, and feeling of hostility against the outgroup. So this is a learning. And second one is a strong social identity in group bias. Individuals who have strong sense of social identity and have a very positive attitude towards their own group post this attitude by holding negative attitude towards other group. These are shown as prejudices. Next one is scapegoating. This is a phenomena by which the majority group places the blame on the minority outgroup for its own social, economic, and or political problems. This minority is too weak or too small in number of defend itself against such accusations. Scapegoating is a group-based way of expressing frustration, and it often results in negative attitudes or prejudice against the weaker group. Next one is kernel of truth concept. Kernel of truth concept is very interesting. Sometimes people may continue to hold stereotype because they think that after all there must be some truth or kernel of truth in what everyone says about the other group. Even a few examples are sufficient to support the kernel of truth idea. Next and the last one is self-fulfilling prophecy. In some cases, the group that is target of prejudice is itself responsible for continuing the prejudice. The target group may behave in ways that justify the prejudice that is confirm the negative expectation. For example, if the target group is described as dependent and therefore unable to make progress, the members of this target group may actually behave in a way that proves this description to be true. In this way, that they strengthen the existing prejudice. So these are some sources of prejudice. Next are here strategies for handling prejudice. Knowing about the causes or sources would be the first step in handling prejudice. Thus, the strategies for handling prejudice would be effective if they aim at. First one is minimizing opportunity for learning prejudices. Second, changing such attitudes. Third one is de-emphasizing a narrow social identity based on the in-group and discouraging the tendency towards self-fulfilling prophecy among the victims of prejudice. These goals can be accomplished through education and information, dissemination for correcting stereotype related to specific target groups, and tackling the problem of a strong in-group bias. Next one is increasing intergroup contact that allows for direct communication, removal of mistrust between the groups, and even discovery of positive qualities in the outgroup. However, these strategies are successful only if the two groups meet in a cooperative rather than competitive context. Close interaction between the groups helps them to know each other better. And third one, the two groups are not different in power or status. Next goal is highlighting individuals' identity rather than group identity, thus weakening the importance of group, both in-group and out-group, as a basis of evaluating the other person. More details about social identity and intergroup conflict have been presented in the next chapter on social influence and group processes. So that we will discuss in next chapter. So that's it for today. Today we have completed our chapter 6, attitude and social cognition. Next time we will move further. Thank you.